The recent reveals of the Hobbit and Mystery Booster Commander Edition sets are making some card prices jump this week. Get all the details here in this latest episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order the Hobbit products there. You can also now pre-order Reality Fracture products or find a vast number of other great items on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look in the description or comment section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. As I said in the cold open, the recent reveals of the Hobbit and Mystery Booster Commander Edition sets have been causing some card prices to jump. However, there are other catalysts out there too. We're going to discuss all the details while we look at a total of 19 cards. In today's video, you'll see all the cards that have moved at least 20% and $1 in either direction this week. In total, there are 9 cold cards sliding down in price and 10 hot cards moving up. Quickly before we get started though, just a couple of things. I do want to say thank you to one of our viewers who gave a super chat tip during our stream last week, and that is Mark Vonbank. Mark, truly thank you for all your support, not only for the tip, but also for all of your just ongoing support in general. Thank you for being a patron. Thank you for now being a channel member as well. Again, I really appreciate it. And I also want to say thank you to one of our silver patrons, and that is BearBearsRVA. Bear Bears, thank you so much for your long-term support on Patreon. I truly could not do it without viewers like yourself. So thank you again, Bear Bears. And now, without any further ado, let's get into it. We'll begin with the top 9 coldest cards of the week. Let's jump right in with number 9, Hulk. Strongest there is, down $1.18 to $3.27. That's a 27% decrease. This is from Marvel Superheroes Jumpstart, and if you've been paying attention, you know that Marvel supplemental products suffered from distribution delays, which caused some card prices to become inflated. In recent weeks, product has been slowly getting into players' hands, and many of the cards have been dipping in value. And simply, that's what's happening here. However, Hulk's Strongest There Is does see play in the Commander format. For example, it often appears there and builds around Bruce Banner / the Incredible Hulk from the Marvel main set. 1 week ago, this was number 12. Last week it moved up to number 9. This week it goes up one more spot to number 8. Tippy Toe Terrific Partner, down $1.50 to $5 for a 23% decrease. This is another card from Marvel Jumpstart that's moving down now that copies are getting out there. It's great in Commander Squirrel builds around cards like the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl from the Marvel main set and Chatterfang Squirrel General. Moving up 3 spots this week to number 7, Immortus Master of Eternity, down $1.81 to $5.19. That's a 26% decrease. This is another card for Marvel Jumpstart moving down as copies get into circulation. It is a good upgrade to the Marvel Superheroes Doom Prevails Commander deck, and it also has been used in fresh builds around the front-facing Commander from there, Dr. Doom, King of Latveria. Number 6 is Wolverine Claws Out, down $2.90 to $7.88. That's a 27% decrease. Here's another Marvel Jumpstart card declining in price as more copies get into players' hands. It's appearing in a few different mutant-centric commander decks like the ones around Wolverine Best There Is and the Wise Mothman. 1 week ago, this was number 17. Last week it jumped to number 11, and this week it climbed 6 more spots to number 5. Iron Man Bleeding Edge, down $3.17 to $4.96. That is a 39% decrease. This is also from the Marvel Jumpstart set, and it too is moving down now that more product is available. Iron Man Bleeding Edge is found in Commander builds around cards like Tony Stark / the Invincible Iron Man from the Marvel main set and Mendicant Core Guidelight. Number 4 is Sauron Dino Devotee, down $3.18 to $10.36. That's a 24% decrease. We're 5 for 5. This is another Marvel Jumpstart card moving down as supply increases. It has been appearing in Commander decks around Pantlaza's Unfavored. Moving up 4 spots this week to number 3, Impossible Man, down $4.31 to $7.04. That's a 38% decrease. This Marvel Jumpstart card, which can only be found in the Tricksters pack, was pretty scarce early on thanks to distribution delays. So when Decked Out Team made an Instagram reel discussing the card, its price took off. Now more copies are getting out there and some of the hype has passed, so Impossible Man is getting cheaper. It has already become a fairly popular commander though. Coming in at number 2 for the second week in a row, Iron Man Modern Marvel, down $6.49 to $23.49. That's a 22% decrease. This is from the Marvel Superheroes Blue Welcome deck, and this too is moving down now that copies are getting into players' hands. It does see Commander play and builds around Tony Stark / the Invincible Iron Man from the Marvel main set. 2 weeks ago, this was number 5 on the hot list. 1 week ago, it jumped to number 2, and it remained there last week. This week, though, it joins the cold list at number 1, Cyberman Patrol, down 676 to 2743. That's a 20% decrease. This is from the Doctor Who Masters of Evil Commander deck. It has been spiking aggressively because of the additional Commander play it received thanks to some of the Marvel Superheroes cards, and because of the recent Star Trek previews revealing that the Borg will be artifact creatures that can turn other creatures into artifact creatures as well. This has been showing up in Commander decks around Ultron Artificial Malevolence from the Marvel main set, and Ultron the Annihilator from Marvel Jumpstart. Now though, Cyberman Patrol's price is retracting some since more copies have hit the marketplace. Sellers have been listing them in order to take advantage of the higher price point. Alright, on to the main event, the top 10 hottest cards of the week. We'll jump right in with number 10, Cesareo, the Archlich, of $1.11 to $4.99. That's a 29% increase. This is found in Legacy and Lauren decks. It's also a fairly popular commander, and it appears in the 99 in some builds, like the ones around Sephiroth of the Hidden Ways, for example. However, a card from Mystery Booster Commander Edition is what's causing Cesareo's price to jump now. I'm seeing this in Commander decks around Deval Evancar of Wrath from the new Convention exclusive set. These builds are getting infinite storm count, life gain, and damage from the combo of Deval, Cesareo the Archlich of course, Heartless Summoning, and Aetherflux Reservoir. Number 9 is Venerated Rot Priest, up $1.29 to $4.50. That's a 40% increase. This has traditionally been found in Commander decks around cards like Atraxa Praetor's Voice or Finn the Fangbearer, but recently it's been seeing additional Commander play and builds around the Serpent Society from the Marvel main set. However, now there's another card pushing Venerated Rot Priest's price upward. It's now appearing in Commander decks around Velko and Dorian from Mystery Booster Commander Edition. Number 8, Knucklebone Witch, up $1.59 to $4.59. That's a 53% increase. It's been a while, but this is a Lorwyn rare that is yet to be reprinted, so I get to use my one per video. You may know that during this time period in Magic, there was a recession in the game and less packs of Lorwyn, as well as some other sets were cracked. Due to low supply, the cards that haven't been reprinted from this set, especially the rares, tend to spike when there's some attention on them. So why are people paying attention to this now? Well, it's been in Commander builds around Lagomos Hand of Hatred, for example, but now cards from the Hobbit products are pushing Knucklebone Witch's price. Goblins are playing a major role in the Hobbit, and there's one card in particular from the main set that's especially causing this price increase. That card is the Great Goblin. Knucklebone Witch is appearing in Commander deck lists around this due to the synergy between them. Number 7, Uchalan, up $1.98 to $4.18. That's a 90% increase. This is from the Dungeons & Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gate Mind Flayers Commander deck. Alright, hang on, step away from the keyboard. The deck is called Mind Flayers, not Mind Flayers, because it is headlined by a pirate, Captain Agathron. See what they did there? Speaking of which, you still see Uchalan in Commander decks around Captain Agathron, as well as Umbra Sphere Manifest, for example. However, this is spiking now because of some cards from Mystery Booster Commander Edition. 2 in particular are pushing Uchalan's price the most right now because it's appearing in lots of Commander deck lists around them. Those cards are Homer the Hermit and Ugu the Omniplasm. For the last 2 weeks, this was number 7. This week it moves up 1 spot to number 6. Dionys Elvish Archdruid. This is up $3.49 to $18.21. That's a 24% increase. This is a popular commander, and it's in the 99 of a few builds, like the ones around Lathril Blade of the Elves and Marlin Fey Ascendant, for example. It's jumping this week because previews of the Hobbit products are bringing us several cards that support elf-typal strategies. I've already seen Dionys included in Commander deck lists around a couple of the new cards. The first is Thranduil the Strategist, which can only be pulled in collector boosters as a non-foil extended art card, at least for now. In 2027, a regular foil copy will be in the Battle of 5 Armies co-op kit. The second and maybe more interesting of the 2 commanders is Thranduil the Elven King from the main set. This Thranduil has a ton of combo potential and might even eclipse Lathril as the go-to elf commander. Alright, quickly before we get to our top 5, just a fast reminder, this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now, you can pre-order The Hobbit there. You can also pre-order Reality Fracture products as well. and find any number of other great items on their website, Magic related and otherwise. Remember, if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the US. And if you're looking for a direct link to their site, just check out the description or comment section below. I do have links posted in both of those places. And now, without any further ado, let's get to the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Didgeridoo, up 448 to 23.97. That's a 23% increase. This reserve list card occasionally sees play in Legacy and Pre-Modern, but the only true consistent play it's been getting lately is in Commander. There it's indexed around cards like Mogis, God of Slaughter. The reason this is jumping now, though, is because we recently found out that in October 2027, a Magic set called Zhalfir will be released. Zhalfir is a kingdom that was heavily featured in the Mirage set way back in 1996, and yes, Minotaurs can be found there. In fact, in the announcement video, they showed concept art for a Minotaur creature. That's all it took for speculation to drive Didgeridoo's price up once more. Moving up one spot this week to number 4, Reign of Riches. The Outlaws of Thunder Junction Most Wanted Commander deck copies up 496 to 1295. That's a 62% increase. The one from the Bloomborough Animated Army Commander decks up 505 to 1058. That is a 91% increase. And the Streets of New Capenna Riveteers Rampage Commander deck copy is up 827 to 1427. That's a 138% increase. This has been in several Commander decks, including ones around Bello Bard of the Brambles and Mr. House President and CEO. It's spiking now, though, because of all the treasure support coming in the Hobbit products. There's a ton of cards that will enhance treasure-centric Commander decks in these new products. In fact, I'm already seeing Reign of Riches and Commander deck lists around cards like Smaug the Magnificent and Smaug Wicked Worm from the main set, as well as Smaug the Impenetrable from the Hobbit Treasures of Smaug Scene Box, and Thorin King of Durin's Folk from the Hobbit Crack the Plate Scene Box. Number 3, Sphere of Resistance from Exodus, up $12 to $46.99. That's a 34% increase. There's also a Kaladesh Inventions and Secret Lair copy of this, but there weren't enough sales of those versions to get a true price. This does get a good amount of play in several different formats. It's usually a 4 of in Legacy Lance builds and in Vintage Sphere shop stacks, but the pre-modern format is the key driver for this price spike. Sphere of Resistance is in a ton of builds there, like Selesnya Land Destruction, 4-color Ponza, Is It Tinker, Gruul Land Destruction, 5-color Ponza, Selesnya Terrageddon, and Gruul Survival Welder. This is also found in some Commander builds, like the ones around Grand Arbiter Augustin IV and Aloro Ageless Ascetic, but again, pre-modern is the format really causing this price to spike. Number 2 is Battle of Wits. The Magic 2013 copy goes up 436 to 475. That is a 1,118% increase. The one from the list is up 622 to 669. That's a 1,323% increase. The 9th edition copies of 736 to 785. That is a 1,502% increase. And the original Odyssey one is up 1706 to 1759. That's a 3,219% increase if you're doing the math at home. There's also a Secret Lair copy of this, but there weren't enough sales of that copy this week to find a true price point. It is a 4 of in the pre-modern Battle of Wits deck, but that's actually not the reason the card's price is spiking currently. Battle of Wits is on the move because of a card from the Mystery Booster Commander Edition set that's making it possible to play this in Commander. Meet Wits the Bibliophile. The card states that a deck with this commander has no maximum deck size. That paves the way for Battle of Wits to be a win condition in the build. And finally, coming in at number 1, Last Laugh. It's up 25.74 to 28.88. That's an 820% increase. This old one-print wonder is spiking aggressively due to several new cards that have recently been revealed. First, this plays well generally with treasure tokens, and the Hobbit products are bringing a ton of support for treasure-centric decks. However, 2 cards in particular are going to be awesome with Last Laugh in Commander. The first is Smaug the Impenetrable from the Hobbit Treasures of Smaug Scene Box. As long as you have more life than your opponents, these 2 cards can win you the game after activating a treasure token. There's also a card, though, from Mystery Booster Commander Edition that plays well with Last Laugh too. That's Sahir, Visitor in Darkness. Sahir and Last Laugh are great with Smaug the Impenetrable, but even without Smaug, there are plenty of ways to find value here. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back with a Magic Arena live stream. I hope you can stop by. We're going to play some Marvel Draft. We've had some luck with the set. We even trophied a few weeks ago. I know Marvel isn't everybody's favorite thing, but I have enjoyed the draft format, quite honestly. Until next time though, hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.